What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. So in this guide, we'll be talking about teamwork examples. Also, the V-Bucks giveaway is still going on, so make sure to visit the link in the description to enter. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, as I post Amazon gift code in the comments every time I upload. By turning on notifications, you'll have a way better chance of getting here first and redeeming that code. Anyways, guys, let's get to this guide. This first example is a duo versus squads example. I'll be going through what we did to make it easier on ourselves. My teammate moved up and I made sure to spray at the opponents around him. You also want to make sure to stay close to your teammate at all times, because this gives you double the firepower, because you'll most likely be aiming at the same opponents. We were able to knock two down, which now leaves us in another 2v2 fight. So basically we had two 2v2 situations instead of a 2v4 situation. The next player takes a good chunk of damage and boxes himself in. I don't start spraying at his materials to try finding him, because his teammate might be nearby, and if I'm not paying attention, he could have a pretty easy shot. Me and my teammate quickly get the third player, and now there's one more player left, and we know exactly where he is. Fought the last player in a 1v1 as my teammate came a few seconds late. This is a good example of why staying together is so powerful. Now, my teammate did come by, but timing is also key. This is why staying close whenever you can is super important. Now, in some situations, you won't be able to help because the pressure is too much. That's when it's harder to stay together, and you won't always win a 2v4 situation. If all four players are solid players, you'll have a pretty hard time doing it. I'll continue this example because we get pushed by another team shortly after. I get a little bit above my teammate to give him more time to heal down below. Now, these players had the high ground and I had to try taking it from them. In these types of cases, it's hard to play together because both of you aren't going to be super coordinated if you both try building it for that high ground. Now, there are two options you'll usually want to choose. Either build up to help your teammate, or you can help him from below by shooting at your opponent's materials to get some damage in and give your teammate a better chance of getting the elimination. My teammate tried getting up with me since he never had the angle on any opponents. In this process, you might get shot by another opponent and you'll have to take those fights, which is normal. And that's exactly what my teammate had to do. Although, if you don't get pressured, then proceed to try helping your team. My teammate did get up to me and I did get the knock on the player I was fighting. Had I not got it, my teammate was nearby. We then got the last few players down below, and yes, together. Ended up being a super long few fights, but successful ones. This next situation is a duo versus duo situation. Now, in this example, you can see my teammate moved up. So what I did was help him by taking shots at the opponents and got off a few hits. So this is similar to the last example where I was on the high ground and my teammate either had to follow or try pressuring from below. This is me pressuring from the distance because I was getting spammed at as my teammate moved up. So I never really had a chance to push right away. Although once I've provided some solid cover fire, I pushed up to help my teammate and we were able to take on two 2v1 fights. You might be confused on why I said two 2v1 fights, and it's because me and my teammate eliminated the first player before his teammate was able to do anything about it. Now, in all situations that you're somewhat split up does have risks involved. The main one is not being able to help your teammate that well. When you're spraying at a distance, that isn't a guarantee you're going to do some damage onto your opponents. For example, in this situation, we noticed both players were pretty split apart. So we pressured the closest player and his teammate couldn't do much about it because of all the cover I was behind. Put us in two 2v1 situations to give us an easy fight. So to conclude this guide, you'll really want to focus on staying close to your teammate because that's when you can make the biggest impact in a fight. If you can't, then putting on the pressure from a distance is your next best bet. Well guys, that's it for this guide. Hopefully I've helped some people out, and a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you on the next one.